Alright, people, welcome again to MG Sports. I don't know, for some reason, look dark. Like my light now work, people. Look like my lighting now work. People, good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever time span you're watching this on. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm having a good day, having a smoothie, CMOS smoothie. As you guys know, I've changed my diet to CMOS. Yeah, so weekend, Sunday morning ball game, a problem. Problem Sunday morning ball game. Anyways, hopefully everyone is doing good, people. Big up, massive respect to everybody in the comment section. Holt the Dixon, big up. Brainless, 101 Brainless, big up. Massive respect. Guys, as you come in, please do smash the like button. Before I do anything, there's this one thing I want to show you guys. Tentatively, people. So, as you guys know, I cover schoolboy football, Jamaica Premier League, Jamaica Women Premier League, under 10 competition. I cover every single Division 1, Major League, Division 2, Super League, Casafa Major League, Casafa Champions League, Championship League. Listen, I cover all of them, people, and I do a lot of streaming. So at this present moment, I started out a GoFundMe, and the reason for the GoFundMe is to help me get this particular camera. The price of the camera is 1700 US. That's the price of the camera. And I'm not saying that you should donate 500. No. I would appreciate if you donate at least $1 single, because I have over 20,000 subscribers. I know for a fact that not everyone is going to donate. But if someone can donate $1, I do believe at some point in time I'll be able to reach that landmark in acquiring that camera, so I can be able to stream the games. Remember, people, this is actually the product which makes it very, very easy for me to stream the games. You get a higher quality stream, no lagging, refresh rate is clean for schoolgirl football, schoolboy football, Jamaica Premier League, games that are not being heard, Major League, St. Catching Major, all of the different major leagues, even Casafa Major League, under 10 competition, under 10, from every single level of football, people. You guys know I cover it. And that is what I want to do, people. It makes it vastly easier for me to get things done. So that is the reason why. The link is actually in the comment section right now. The link will be in the description after the finish. Now, also on the support, shout out to our sponsor, Sub Sports. People, Sub Sports are going to get the jersey them. So all those in Jamaica who can't get the jersey them, Sub Sports will be getting the jersey them, people. Me I tell you, people, Sub Sports will be bringing the jersey them, people. So go over Sub Sports on Instagram, people. Contact them and put in your order right now. The jersey them, you might receive them before even everybody else. Link stink, man. Link stink. Link really, really stink, people. So go and check out our sponsors, people. At Sub Sports. So big up. All right. Finally, shout out to our channel members. We're growing, people. We are growing. 2 patrons. Raymond Austin and Ravan Bennett. And for those who want to know what does the becoming a member offer, go into the channel homepage and you'll see 3 videos. 3 videos. Those are the reason why those 3 videos, you can say 4 videos. Those 4 videos are the reason why people become channel members. And it's growing. Since I dropped those videos, people, I've gained roughly 4 members since I dropped those videos. So the original Zilla, big up Jermaine Swaby, Paul Rose, David Beckham, Feather 5, Black Icon 40, Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boyz supporters group, Lee Bell, Marsden Ricketts, and recently joined Jamil Winter. Big up to our members, our channel members, people. Big up, massive respect. All right, so let's get to the meat of the matter. Get the admin is out of the way. Admin is out of the way, people. As I said, it looked dark. Maybe on my eyesight, I don't know. But in here look dark a bit. In here look dark. Anyways, people, in the comment section, please hit the like button, people. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Only Dixon said, big up MG. Jerome 876 said, bless up military. Big up Jerome. Massive respect. Fresh God. Big up. Bless up Fresh God. Me have one for my eye and blurry. Anyways, so people, let's get to the meat of the matter. We're not going to waste no more time. You don't know, so this today for report on. All right, so this is going to provide a little bit more details on what transpired. As you guys know, the Reggae Boyz was set to leave for Guatemala on Thursday, which was yesterday. The full complement of the team should have left yesterday. Unfortunately, there's always that. There's always that, unfortunately. Yeah. There's always a but. Now, the team didn't travel. The full complement of the team didn't travel. That's the reason why I quote the video as the full complement is should reach Guatemala on Friday. The Reggae Boyz U17 full complement should arrive in Guatemala on Friday. Now, what happened? Apparently, documentations again, and this leave a lot of room for speculations. But that Mr. Dalton, when he came out, damage control, not Dalton, with Dennis Strong, CMD name. Dennis Strong came out trying to do a lot of damage control. I mean, a lot of damage control throughout the media yesterday to cool it down. And I would understand that because we want to support the boys 100%. We want to support the boys. And we are supporting the boys 100%. But it makes it real difficult. And we will always question the organization when these situations consistently pop up in our face. We're trying to put the past in the past. We're trying to leave the past in the past. We're trying to let all those things so we're trying to leave all those things. So Jerome 876 says, so Dalton wasn't the problem. Apparently not. It seems like so there's deep-rooted problems here, man. Deep-rooted problems. We're going to get to we will find out in the people. It will come public in the people. There is deep-rooted problems here. Guys, smash the like button, people. Please do smash the like button. Let me get into the article, people. Let's understand what's happening. The Jamaica Football Federation General Secretary Dennis Strong says that the full complement of the national under-17 team, men's football team, is expected to arrive safely in Guatemala on Friday night. Friday night, you know, people. Remember that we have match Sunday. Which means that Saturday morning, light training for these guys who are coming in. Like, they can't do every training. Jet lag, they can't do every training. Saturday morning, light training. Maybe Saturday evening, a more intensified training. Or if that's the case, an intense training Saturday morning. And then just rest period after that. No training Saturday evening. So, they're going to have to structure how they want, how they can get the best result on Sunday. That's what they're going to have to do. Structure how they can get the best result on Sunday. Because they have to be mindful that it's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So every 2 days there's a game. So they have to be very careful how they structure the rest period for the boys. The young Reggae Boys will compete in the CONCACAF Under-17 Championship, hopes of qualifying for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. But 14 players from the 20-man squad missed the flight out of Jamaica on Thursday because although they received visa exemption to travel through Panama to Guatemala, that exemption letter arrived after the flight out of Montego Bay had already departed. So you can imagine how them they are hope and pray say if something come true. But hey, let me continue. But Chung is pleased to have issues resolved. This is what he said. We have worked through all the issues we had and the boys will all be on the flight at 3 o'clock tomorrow, Friday. From Kingston, Chung said in his voice message to stakeholders on Thursday. We got them booked thanks to Copa Airlines. They have worked very well with us on this, so we're happy that the boys will be in Guatemala by about 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Ooh. And for train Saturday morning, listen, people, when you think training can go on Saturday morning the same way, you believe that training still can go on Saturday morning? I'm not really sure if them still can do training Saturday morning through all of that. I'm really not sure. Alright, so let me continue. Yes, I'll be big up, large up my G, hopefully Somali. So hopefully Somalia, and Jamaica will see each other in Peru. We'll see. That'll be interesting. Jerome said after Anna England, them a go. Jaja. Reds, big up Reds. Big up my bro. After England, them a go. Alright, so we continue, people. Let's see. He says that the players' morals is high in spite of the issues that they will travel with them to the Norman International Airport on Friday. Jamaica, led by coach Garden and his assistant Vassar Reynolds, get started in Group G on Sunday when they face Cuba in Guatemala City at 4 p.m. Jamaican time. The team is aiming to become the nation's first to qualify for the FIFA World Cups, having so appeared at tournament in 1999 and 2011. The Under-17 World Cup is to take place in Peru in November. People, we need this one. So Dennis Strong said he sorted out the issue and apparently everything is being resolved. Now, let's discuss this now, people. Let's discuss this now, people. Let's have a look at this now. This is a term you not learn. Or we not learn. This is where it happen where we say, boy, back of the class. Back of the class business. And obviously, the Reggae Boyz have been training. They have been in training camp for almost 2 months. Guys, smash like, come on, people. We have over 30 persons watching and 13 likes. Smash the like button, people. The Reggae Boyz have been in camp for almost 2 months. Almost 2 months, people. That they have been in camp in December. They break from December. Started back in January. Basically 2 months. And the only... You know that the squad are going to travel. You know very well that the squad are going to travel at a particular date. Shouldn't that be on a priority list? Shouldn't that be on a top priority list for you guys? They said, okay, the travel going to squad at this particular date. We have this. Let me understand. There's the JV, they're doing a lot of things. Lot of things happening simultaneously. A whole heap of things they do. For those who don't know, there's a lot of football. Tremendous amount of football are playing in Jamaica. Recently, like last Sunday, there was the Westmoreland Major League. All 14 parishes have had their independent Major League competition going on. All 14 parishes are the independent Major League. Well, no, Kasafa didn't necessarily had, yeah. But just say all 12 parishes then. I'm going to say 12 parishes are their independent Major League going on. So they are doing a lot of things, a lot of reporting, a lot of financial statement, a lot of this, a lot of that. Nevertheless, there's a big project at hand. Under 17, the Reggae Boyz under 17 qualification. Big project. Shouldn't that also be a top priority for you guys? And it's a case in which you assign specific group of people or set a specific structure that these persons are in total control of every facet of this team that is being prepared, which is the under 17 team. So everything, every details, every documentation, training, scouting, recruiting, day-to-day activities, kit management, all of these things been put in place. You can't tell me that the travel documentation was not a part of it. You can't tell us that the travel documentation was not a part of it. Ishmael King said, for a lack of a nail, a country was lost. I don't know the verb there. I don't know the proverb them say. Shatter Clive, right, big up. Lie them and tell. We constantly fail our youth because we don't love our children. Jerome said, the Panama stop over long star. Oh, stop over long. Shatter Clive, at some point we will have to look at ourselves as men and ask, why can't we plan? Good question, guys. Smash the like button. Come on, people, bring the likes up. Aaron Orr said, military, I'm wondering how the US based players handling this traveling situation. Not sure. It's a good question, actually. Ravan Benny said this happened because them select the final squad too close to the tournament. No, Ravan. No. Let me tell you what going on, right? For the final squad, everyone gets a specific detail time period. Every single person gets a specific detail time period when they should send in the money, sending the register the players, sending the players. So I think it was the 1st of February, and this is collectively right across CONCACAF. And the purpose of that is to how should I say it now? The purpose of that is that everyone documentations and paperwork can start out within an acceptable time period. Now, my question is, if you send in all your documentation as everyone else, albeit I'm not sure if there's other more issues other countries now. I'm not sure about that. I'm speaking specifically about Jamaica. If we send in documentation at the same deadline date, if we send in that, there must be a case in which Guatemala said this deadline date will give us sufficient time to prepare all the necessary paperwork for every single player in your squad. And the administrators would have sent in that particular set of them. They sent in the 20-man squad. So these are the players who will be participating. Now, from the 1st of February up until now, on the 10th, where we knew you're receiving the documentation on the 10th, or on the 9th, I should say, you have 8 days to find out or to sort out the travel documents. So the travel consultant, this is where his role come in play now. Not only booking flights and such. The travel consultant read the paperwork for I think that would be in his portfolio. But this is where his work starts, where he's going to say, okay, read the documentation aspect of things. Flight is booked. Players receive their exemption letter, visa exemption letters. Every single player, every single member of the delegation also receive their visa exemption letter, and all of these facts, and all of these aspects. And what that does, it puts in a level of quality control. And I do believe that could be something that the JFF lack, quality control. We are not saying micromanagement, but what quality control does, it's a sequence of events to ensure that the first thing that you pass is in proper standard, going on to the next thing. You work in a business place, at the ground floor, you have supervisors ensuring that every single person's at the ground floor is operating at optimum best. Then above them, you have the branch managers who have their regular meetings with supervisors to ensure that the supervisors are on top of things. Then now you have the general managers who have a meeting with the branch managers who ensure that the general managers are on top of things. So that is how quality control, the aspect of quality control managed, because you are ensuring that your facet, your details is being taken care of. When I was in the army, I was in I'm the one detailing the duties, and I'm in command of maybe sometimes 200 soldiers. I'm in command of 200 soldiers, and I have to and I'm running duties. I have to ensure that every single duties, if there's 50 duties and every duty requires 5 soldiers, I have to administrate to all 5 of those soldiers for every 50 duties that they're going on. And that is what I would do. The person who's in direct command with those persons, I would be in direct command with them, not the soldiers on the ground. So it's a type of micromanagement, but it's not necessarily micromanagement. But it is needed. It is needed so that you can have a proper running organization. Could it be a case in which no one is really checking to see if certain things, certain aspects are being done throughout the day, throughout the daily courses? No one is necessarily checking that. Hey, like you said, MG, you the get go video the match, eh? Yeah, man. League coaches, the chat meeting that go on, you get whatever. Yeah. So you have that level of quality control. You make everyone in their particular department be accountable for what they are doing. Exactly. Ishmael King said for a lack of just read that. I mean I understand. Ice King said Clarendon wanna start March 4th. Oh, interesting. Jerome said, Ravan Bennett, you have a strong point. This should have started out a long time. Yeah, it should have. I can't deny it should have. Definitely should have. Dwight Spence, big up. 1 day of training wasted due to poor travel management. Exactly. 1 day of training and acclimatization. Ishmael King said, more micromanagement. Exactly. More, not specific. Well, it's similar to micromanagement, but I think it's the same thing still. I think it's the same thing. Jeremy 876 said, did any other country experience issues getting their exemption letters in time? I haven't heard anything about it. I'm telling the truth. I haven't heard anything about anyone else. Ravan said, if Jamaica is the only country with an issue, clearly it's mismanagement from the JFF. Why are we in this position right now? And I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. If we're the only team, only nation with that issue, we have done something wrong. The gods of football are looking at us and say, hey, you guys not ready now. you guys not ready now, man. We're not ready at all. We're not ready none at all. Dwight Spence said basically the travel consultant and personnel are operating like they were in 2022 and earlier. So they are operating just like they did under Wint. So these people need to be replaced. Whew. I call if your man forget fire. Fire burn already. Listen, if it's the same travel consultant that we have been experiencing the same issues with, I for one personally think that something must be wrong with that travel consultant. Something must be wrong with that travel consultant. If they are the one who holds the portfolio of sorting out these documentation, it would have must been. So they must be held accountable if they have the portfolio just the same. And remember now, the General Secretary, which is Dennis Strong, he's one of the person who this portfolio is his. So he also must take blame for it as well. You know, he probably don't want to take no blame for it, but he is in the position of the general operations of the Jamaica Football Federation. He's the one who's controlling all of that. So he must have definitely taken some of the blame for this one as well. I remember he came in with a clean, the man, when he come in police record, clean. In police record, clean. And that, one strike. First strike. You see that? First strike. Dennis Strong get. First strike. Listen to it. Listen to this right now. He's the General Secretary, yes. He's in control of all direct management of Jamaica Football Federation. His first role, his first big role, listen up. Another qualifiers. And he get a strike already. People, let me tell you the truth. If it was Dalton Wint, he would have get a strike just the same. So, now because Dennis Strong coming with a clean slate. Pretty police record. Pretty police record. Yeah, man. One strike that. So Ishmael King said, well, at least Dennis Strong says the buck stops with him. Yeah. Dwight Spence said, basically the travel consultant and personnel are operating. Oh, just read that. Shatter Clyde said, military would need a structure in place and then a system to run it. Yeah. I think that's how that's how the typical business, that is how business operate. Dwight Spence said they must be replaced. Ravan said the structure is the same in all large institutions. And Dwight Spence, I whisper travel agents. Give JFF Tanya Stevens more things to add on her hit song. You're not ready for this yet. Ishmael said he took responsibility, MG. Yeah. Well, yes, he took responsibility, but it's still a strike. It is still a strike. If me post a video on YouTube, when me know say I know my video, and me get a strike, me have to take responsibility because me know say I know my video, and me still post it. Which means that I should have done something. I should have done something. Jerome said, but military, we have very important assignments coming up in a few months. If people have to get fired, adjust so. Can't continue so going forward. I agree. We can't continue doing the same thing, making the same errors, same mistakes over and over again repeatedly. We make the same errors and the same mistake. Now, the thing is, remember that we have the World Cup, the Women's World Cup coming up, you know. Are we going to see the same things? Is it likely we're going to see the same issues? Is it like we're going to see the same issues? Is it likely that we're going to see the same issues? Dwight said, I told coaches that this was going to happen on January 17th. Trust me. Ask him. Why Dwight Spencer never got asked the me no gamble still no, but me probably got asked the lottery number. Giovanni plays said blind leading the blind in the JFF. Listen, I do believe that we shouldn't be facing the same issues. We shouldn't. And definitely it goes to show that there's something fundamentally wrong. There's something fundamentally wrong where Dennis Strong is now in the position where he has to take blame for something like that. Bless up, Mr. Axel.
Yeah, man. I hear I just come in on your show and heard you talking. I don't know if you had spoken about what actually transpired.
Mm-hmm.
That
You're up on the show, yeah? You're up on the show.
Yeah, man. I know I'm on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be on the show because the other members of the staff they had the thing electronic, you know. You said that, right?
Didn't see that in the paper. That they had the documentation electronically?
Yes, they had it on their phone. But let me tell you something. I have gone abroad several times with teams, and that is not enough when you go and reach them. They're going to want to see the physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you straight up, that is the responsibility of the manager for that team. Okay? And head of delegation.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them should have had a copy of that physical letter.
But that's not hard. That's not hard to get if
no,
they have the...
it's not hard. They should have had it printed before. You understand?
Oh,
they should
okay.
have had that printed before. But the problem is, it looks like that, when the check-on part was being done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're going to have a problem there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, very, very early in my experience, I have had it happen to me where I had it on a flash drive, right? And when I asked, I said, hold on, nobody's going to put a foreign flash drive in their equipment.
Agree.
Okay? Nobody's going to do that. Okay? And not we allow you to just send an email with whatever, you know. So it was a responsibility for the head of delegation, I can put it, and the manager. So both of them should have had that waiver. Because this is nothing new to football, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you travel, it's not every time they're going to actually grant you, you know, the visa. Sometimes you just get a waiver.
Yeah.
I have gone away before, and the players, they have the regular thing. Nothing is in the passport, but you have a waiver. If they had reached the country, you know, they wouldn't have had a problem, okay? Mm-hmm. Because once they had reached Guatemala, everything would have been okay. Mm-hmm. You understand? Okay, but what happened now, the people, they won't check you on, right? Without you having that document. Mm-hmm. So that's where the problem comes in.
So hold on. So question. So you are telling me them couldn't try find one print one computer shop or something?
I was not there.
But I know hard. I told them the same way. No? You want to go find a little document officer, you print out your documentations and you're good to go.
Look here, all I can say is I was not there. Mm-hmm. It's not everybody deal with certain type of pressure situations well. And from what I understand, that they did get it after a while, but by the time they got it, clean door, lock, and all of that, and so on. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. Right?
So, we mentioned something.
But hold on, let me just say one more thing. It got deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was at least one member of the team also, and this is also a managerial fault, right? Where if the waiver was ready, that player would not have been able to trap.
Why?
He didn't have his passport.
What?
Yes. He actually got his passport. And look here, and as I said, management and so on, they should have... Hold on a minute, military. Just give me 1 second.
People are some serious business, man. Some serious business, man. Sure improvements at how long they reach the airport.
Yeah, man.
I hear now.
Yeah, so basically that was going to be...
So,
it would have been an issue. It would have been one player left behind.
So
and that is also...
Because he don't have his passport, I never receive it. I leave it at the
He didn't receive it. He didn't have it. He didn't have it. He just didn't have it at that point in time.
So he basically left it.
Okay.
So when the bus will leave, right? So the bus will leave. Alright, so this is what we do. Alright. As Mr. Still Mr. Maxwell, right? As a person in the army, right? So whenever one leave from one point to the next, there's always a checklist. Always a check. If a 50 away I leave, there's a checklist, and them said, okay, these are the requirements you're supposed to have. In that sense, that person who's going to the checkoff, there's always a commander who will say, okay, every soldier, drop your bag and take out everything out of your bag. Well, check off the checklist. So my time, it boils down to, as I said, the team manager. You're dealing with little youths, a little boy them. You expect them to operate like big man? I don't really think so. You might get that on the pitch some time, but you have to remember to them young as well. What about 15, 16-year-old? Where all them want to do is play a game, go up on social media and enjoy themselves. And apart from that, play some ball. That is the aim in life at that present moment. So then I have nothing to lose. Exactly. So you'd have to understand that. As an elder, as a big man, you're supposed to understand that now. Before the team leave on the bus, you check every single player for their documentation, their equipment, whatever accessories they need, they're going to need. If they carry them, the 10 pair of drawers, them toothbrush, the bathing soap, whatever they need, ensure they do a quick check and say, okay, Jenks, when me call up do something on the list, all I do, hold it up, make us see it now, make us check it physically. Boom, passport. Sir, may I have it, sir? May I have it, sir? See it here in my hand.
Hold on. When you say passport, the manager keeps that with him until they reach back to the point. You never give it minors that to keep.
So?
Never.
So how the passport get left then?
No, listen. Okay, let me tell you what happened in that situation. You have some of them that are dual nationality. Okay? So some of them might have had that. They have okay, listen now. If you had your US passport or English, or you had a US visa in your passport, you could have landed in Guatemala. Okay? However, so what happened now, when they did the thing for the waivers, certain players would know, oh, this player have a US passport, so no problem. So what was going to happen was a particular player would have basically, they didn't check, to find out if the player had his US passport with him, which was being renewed. So what was going to happen? So as a result, his name was not on the waiver list either, which would have meant that when they had tried to check on, he would not have been able to go because they just took it for granted that he would have had that. That is something the manager should have collected from last week and have there. And know that, because plus another thing, well, this is standard. Whenever you're traveling, your passport must have at least 6 months on it. So these are some basic, simple things that I don't think that one will catch us. But if the youngster left, right, to go to the airport, and you know he was going to be one of those that was going to travel with his US documents, you should have had that in your hand also.
Check it.
You know, and check it. You don't think for granted. That is one thing I learned. Before the thing, I make sure I collect and I'm responsible for everything when I'm traveling with a team. Right? Because you know, if a youngster, I've gone on a trip already, and a youngster asks back for his passport, right? In Europe. And I said, he wanted to change some money. And I said, okay, hold on, here. By the time, I don't know, I think, when we're ready to travel the next year, leaving from Europe back to Jamaica, the youngster can't sign the passport. However, right, he had an expired one, because you know sometimes the expired one had in the US visa.
Yeah, tape on together.
Well, it wasn't together though.
Okay.
So in that case, so we were ready to check onto the plane, but I kept the other one, you know. I just gave him one where he could, you know, do what the transaction he wanted to do. So when we were going to the gate now, I made sure I do my thing, and you know, when they reach him right away, he didn't have a problem with the airline because they didn't pick it up. They just didn't pick it up that one was expired, right? Okay, but when we reach immigration, because I don't know if you know, in Europe they don't really get much checks coming in, but when you're leaving out, they check you. You understand? So when we reached, right, to the immigration started going through, we're talking to him, I'm chatting him up, talking about Bulls and this and that, all Whitmore. I never even know people knew about Whitmore in them place there. And the next thing I find out, the man said, hold on there. 1 minute there, military. Morning. I'm going to Chantal Pulse. Pulse. Oh, I know what you are. I know. Yeah, man. Military. Okay. So, at that moment, once he saw something was wrong, he said, boy, hold on. You know, say, you can't leave the country. Right? And you know, of course, I negotiated and everything, and we were able to travel. Right? Of course, that is just an example. You can't trust, and these kids were 16, 17. I was the same, you know? We have a situation where you can't just make a youngster can have the passport, and then the little thing happen, and it's lost.
I never remember where he put it.
He don't know where he put it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that should have been, that is just the other situation that never come out in the public. That one of the members didn't even have him full thing there, and he was on the list. Because that list, they should have had the physical list, and the manager should have gone through the list and said, okay, John, Tom, whatever, you are there, and then we would have picked it up from that time, that, hold on, where's your travel document? Right? And, you know, so it was carelessness. The physical document should have been printed and in hand.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Because once they got it, it just got too late, and you know, if you know airline industry, they don't hold up for anybody here.
Yeah, man, that's true. That is true. Me know. Me travel couple times when me travel, me see people get left, and they reach right, like they might call all in the cockpit say the pilot, and the pilot say no, me I leave now.
Yes, it's not going to hold up for anybody at all. So that is one of the things that, you know, that is what knocked them yesterday. It's not that, you know, it's just that it reached them late, and then nobody not going to hold up for him, and that was just basically.
Why, Mr. Chung, as him step in the office and get a strikey.
Boy, him get a strike, but technically, them make a thing there, you know, and him do that at the part there, at that stage, it going be.
Agree, but remember,
people don't realize that.
I agree, sir. I'm not feel really bread and butter that. But isn't he the person who control all operations?
Yeah, but look here.
Call the
Just
team manager
like
and
how
said
the Prime
everything
Minister
set.
for the country is the overall person, the CEO for your company is the overall
And them a
person.
take a shot.
But you have other people down the line that deals with these things. So what you mentioned, somebody may have to be fired because it's not just one gas. There were other little gas that have not come out, not with this directly, but other gas happened. That's all I can say.
And all of
So
this are come up.
somebody
Yeah.
at this stage must take responsibility for this. Because the bigger picture, is not just a traveler, These guys are going to reach here. You know what time they're going to reach?
11 o'clock tonight. Them set
No, hold on. That is touching down at the airport. What time you think by the time them go through cost for everything and them reach the hotel and all of that?
But 1, 2
I'm
o'clock.
looking at that 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
When these guys get time now, you have
Them can't train Saturday morning, obviously.
They cannot train Saturday. Well, some going to train.
That
some
want to
not
reach
going
early.
train. Right, they
But then
can
full,
train.
that's not gonna be full. It's not gonna be full complement of training.
No. Because I understand it's only maybe about 1 or maybe 2. Hold on, let me tell you how many starters got to go. Potential starters. I think it would be about 3
Reach
potential
early.
starters. 3 are there that would probably start.
Ooh.
So that is what we're looking at now.
So that
okay?
means the majority of the starting team never arrive. Not arrive until tomorrow morning.
Not gonna arrive until whatever. Them going to forget the sleep. By the time, look here, them recovery, it's Sunday them basically going to be up. And things. Right?
Them can't. What them have to do still? Because them lose a whole per time. They lose a whole per training session. So them have to probably do a light training session later. That are tomorrow evening because them are gonna sleep up majority of the morning, and probably use the day to do some just some board work if them can. So probably just I said this is what they're likely to do, and then probably do light training in the evening because they now can't do the intense training. I don't think they can do the intense training the evening before match day.
No.
That is not normal. I mean, teams are normal do that.
Because they would have just reached in the morning, the same morning.
Yeah.
You understand?
And they might go jet lag. They're supposed to spend a whole part of time at the airport between yesterday and today.
Even as I say, I advise some people connected with the thing to say, well, okay, look here now, just try get as much sleep if you can. It's not everybody can sleep on a plane.
Yeah, true.
Right.
That is true.
So
how confident are you about this about the team?
Before this incident happening?
Yeah, all right, before this incident happened.
No, this incident changed everything, I don't know how much people appreciate that this incident has now changed the dynamic of everything.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything. And I don't know. I have traveled already and played on the same day with a team, and it's not a problem because that would have been in Cayman, and I said I don't have a problem to play on the same day. Right? But once this is not going to, this is ours, right? It will take a toll on them, like it or not. Okay?
True.
So if we can draw the match, I'll be glad. That's all I'm going to say now.
I'm still confident,
I'm happy.
I'm still confident we can get something done. I'm still confident we can get something done. But anyways, Mr. Maxwell, I close off now. But massive respect. Thanks for calling in here.
Hello?
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Oh, me I say, me I go close off and now still.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Thanks for calling. I relay some of the information,
Yeah, man. Okay.
All right, massive respect.
Okay then. Right.
All right, people. So when you hear a lot of information, when you privy to enough of the information, still most of what happened. Gingerbread said entire JFF irresponsible. Stefan Wright, big up. Champ Dex said Speed forget fired. Why the team are prepare for a cup so late? Why the side pick so late? Leader not talk about that. Champ Dex. the team have a deadline where the names them for going. The deadline is the 1st of February. That is holistically for every single team. I don't know what much Mr. Speed have to do this at team. So me not get into that. I don't know. So me not go get into that. Me not see why everything will come back to that. Sharp improvement, big up. Then he Knight said, Champ Deck, what Speed have to do with the team being picked late? Yeah, I don't really understand that still. Sure improvement said, imagine in 2023 these things still affecting our football may hurt. Champ Deck said, them not technical committee responsible for putting together the preparation of the team. Yeah, them put the preparation together, but after a while they're not that hands-on again because everyone else, the team has a team manager. The team have every single thing. They have every single thing. So there's no necessary need for them to be hands-on in that. And I don't think you necessarily have anything to do with it as well. Anyways, Danica said, MG, you have to get Chung to explain. Yeah. I think I'm supposed to have him on an interview. I'll call him and so when we can do the interview. I will definitely see. Stephen said, boy, MG, again, we have been plagued with being unprepared in days. We have been plagued with being unprepared in these tournaments. We keep setting up the youths to fail. True. Champ Deck says, so why so late? Not them set the timeline them in okay. No, the timeline that was set. The timeline was set by CONCACAF. CONCACAF set the February 1st timeline when the team names should be sent in. That's when the timeline. That's it, people. The deadline date was set by CONCACAF, not JFF. The 1st of February deadline date was not set by JFF. It was set by CONCACAF. That is the reason why they have that particular timeline when if you go in by the 1st of February. So Sure Improvement said, he has who assigned all these persons in charge of the team. We have to understand now, people, the technical committee is not only Mr. Speed. Let me tell the people, the technical committee is not only Mr. Speed. He's the head of the technical committee, but some of the time, it's not because he has the last say necessarily means that his say is always the last one. So him can fight if a 7 persons on the technical committee staff and 5 or 6 of them said, hey, one do it this way, and Mr. Speed said, no, one do it the next way. Can't tell her. A majority call, a majority vote I got rule. It's always majority vote rule in time you have a organization, a structure like that. So even though somebody has the last say, so if me run a business and 15 of my employees them said, all right, look at this, right? We're doing this. It's not successful. Me could do this. Yes, I may have the last say, but definitely, if it's not successful and you come up with a very, very good plan and idea, I may have to run with it. Champ Deck said, well, the whole of them we get run then. Yeah, better say that then. But it don't make sense to throw it by one man. I said, why? This man caused the problem. Jerome said, but the majority of you have sense. Sure Improvement said, on paper is not, but in reality, he is. I don't know. Stephen Wright said, lack of preparation for the under 20s, under 17, the woman under 17, and now the men under 17. Yeah, lack of preparations has been a big issue for us for a long while. Major issue, people. I mean, I tell you, say, it don't look like it fix anytime soon. Anyways, before we go, people, let me show this, people. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the comment section, people. This year that you're seeing is what we call it. It's a streaming camera, type of broadcasting camera, basically. What that does is, because you guys know, so I stream the youth games, the JPL games, major league games, under 10 competition. I do a lot of these streamings, people. A lot of these games I stream. And I started a GoFundMe. The link is in the description. Even if it's a $1, even if a $1, people, even if it's $1 single dollar, definitely would appreciate it, people. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this out of the way. We're trying to get this done. So that's coming schoolboy football season. Done the schoolboy football season. Look on the other day. A lot of things can happen, people. This is what we're trying to do. So People support the movement. Just $1. Now ask if the world. Just ask you $1. Now ask the world people just asking for a single dollar. Because you don't know, say, the amount of persons that were there, if we get $1, for sure, it means something to us. Anyways, the link in the description, in the comment section, people, pin link. Champ Deck says, so how Uno are throw the whole of it pan chung. The look, the buck falls at the head. The head is Mr. Chung is the general secretary. He controls all operations. Champ Deck. He controls all operations. He controls all operation, Champ Deck. All operation. People, anyways, people, me I go cut now. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. We have some more videos to do throughout the day. So look out for those people. Look out for those videos. Here you go on, people. MG Sports TV, people. This is the situation. Back in our corner again. We see this before. This we don't new tweet, people. And somebody said in the comment section one time, back at the class. We now learn. We now learn. We don't. We done. We must be done with the same thing, the same events that happen over and over. We now learn. We now learn, man. And we have to be careful in how we handle this situation because we can't continue to making the same issues repeating itself over and over and over again. We can't continue like that. Something must happen, man. We now listen, man. We now learn. We now learn at all. So people, hopefully Reggae Boyz be able to prepare themselves. I personally, for one, I believe that we can qualify. I believe we can qualify. I'm hoping that we qualify as well. But I believe we can qualify. Anyways, people, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next show. Big up. MG Sports TV, people. Boom. We're out. Boom.